I am not a neo-Nazi. I am not a Holocaust denier. I'm not a white supremacist. I'm not an anti-Semitic. I'm not a racist. I'm gonna say that again, okay? I am not a neo-Nazi. I am not a Holocaust denier.
See, what Kristina doesn't understand is her feelings are not enough. Her compliance is not enough. Bending a knee to this cancel culture is not enough. Her true intentions, her true beliefs are not enough. She's trying to put on, and this is what they all do in their apology videos. They come on with no makeup, no filter. They try to seem emotional. And I'm not saying this isn't really how they feel, but they're trying so hard to reach the people that they want to understand where they are coming from and that, they're really a good person. You are pleading to people that are just completely irrational. Stop it. Stop it. They will not understand. They don't care about your intentions. This is what y'all have to understand. They don't care about this anymore.
And just say you had no idea that the Celtic art you had tattooed on your arm turns out to be a neo-Nazi symbol, that you just have an appreciation for the Norse gods, and what you got tattooed in your other arm, you didn't mean it to be a neo-Nazi, and you joined the Sons of Odin because you're just into alternative lifestyles and black magic, and they had a raw fruit luck that you showed up for. Whatever your fucking story is, if you actually were so ignorant of the history and politics of the world that you watched this kind of video from John Rose and like, whoop, you just had no idea what was going on. If we are going to rank intelligence on a scale of Trisha Paytas to Fully Raw Kristina, we're dealing with the difference between like negative integers here, people. It's hard to say who is stupider. Okay, and God, there will be more people in the audience who sympathize with you than those who don't. But the worst thing you can do is exactly what Fully Raw Kristina did, and that is living a lie. That is doubling down and justifying it. And I've seen the discussion on Twitter where Vegan Gains called her out, and she stood up and made excuses.
See, they know that you knew. They want to know what you believe. That's what they want to know. They want to know what you believe, and they want to know if you believe so passionately in this movement that you're bending a knee to, then why didn't you cancel him yourself, right? You should be canceling everybody in your family, anybody in your friend circles that have beliefs that are just so wrong that you can't allow. So that's what they want. They want an apology for you knowing these things and you not canceling him yourself. As a matter of fact, it took the social pressure for you to cancel someone that you don't even believe should be canceled out of your life. You're doing this for your reputation. And you know what? I feel bad for her, but like the more I think about this, the more I agree. You need to be real. Tell us what you really believe. Do you believe that you shouldn't cancel people based off of, just having different opinions and beliefs, and that intentions are the best way to know? To judge this? I believe that. I think Kristina believes that, but she won't stand up for her beliefs because she's so scared of this culture. And apparently, I found out from Sky that it's illegal to even, in Europe, it's illegal to even question the Holocaust. So yeah, maybe she's scared about the legal ramifications of being friends with someone like that.
Hitler was pretty nice to the Jews after what the Jews did to Hitler.
So that's like the worst possible clip to use from him. And I get it. I get the feelings that come with this, with the question in the Holocaust, but it's a little tricky. I allow people to believe and think the things they want to think because I question everything. And I feel like the truth is what matters regardless, as long as your intentions are good. That's what matters to me. As long as your intentions are good and you're not actually judging people off the color of their skin and dumb shit like that. You're just trying to find out what the truth is. I'm fine with that. Question it all you want. As a matter of fact, the best way to come in opposition of that, if that is not the truth, is to thoroughly explain why. Why is he wrong? Tell us.
And I found out that I was lied to about the American Indians. That they weren't savages. They weren't scalping us. We were scalping them. The white man had bounties on the Native Americans, and they retaliated. And yet I grew up thinking that these were the bad people. I really feel bad that I felt that way about someone and they didn't deserve that type of condemnation. Well, you guys, most of us, every one of us basically is doing that to Hitler and the German people. These are lies, just like we lied about the Native Americans. With an open mind, within 5 minutes, you can prove the Holocaust is a scam.
So I know absolutely nothing about this guy, but I can tell you just from listening to this that his intentions are not malicious. And I can guarantee Kristina knew that as well. And that's why she remained friends with him. If she is not being honest and she did know about his beliefs on this, whether she agreed with him or not, she knew this didn't make him an evil person, a bad person, a racist, or whatever, all of these different names they're throwing at him. But she won't stand up by her beliefs in this because she does not think it's appropriate to do so in today's age. She has bowed down like the rest of them have, like so many others have. And they have not understood by now that it's not enough to bend a knee to these people. Stand up for what you truly believe in. Say it loud that intentions do
The
matter.
reason why I decided to do this live today is because I don't stand up for bullying. And even though I've already addressed these false accusations made against me over a year ago, I addressed them. I'm standing up for myself again today. Again. And again.
Kristina, you poor soul. And so many others are with her on this. She's trying to choke herself up and cry as if you haven't figured out by now this whole social justice movement that claims to be so about humans and loving humanity and caring and for us emotionally, and they don't give a shit about your feelings. They don't care that you're sad about this. They don't care what your intentions are. They don't care. They want compliance, and not in the way you are bending a knee, sweetie. They don't want to hear that you're just sad and, hey, I thought this was about not bullying people. Look, I'm sad and my feelings matter, don't they? I'm a human, right? Huh? What? No. It's about complying to the guidelines they have set up. It's about the rules and regulations. It's not about your feelings, not really. It's not about anyone's feelings, really. Otherwise, they wouldn't fixate on technicalities and vocabulary, and they would care about intent. If it were really about humans and feelings and emotions and fairness and equality and all of the bullshit.
Possible to know something. It's impossible to know everything about anyone. Okay, so let me just go ahead and make that really clear to everybody. We all have friends and family that all have different beliefs than us. It doesn't mean we share the same beliefs. Am I right? So somebody who tapped me on the shoulder in a grocery store 15 years ago, who I knew and was close to for 10 years, came out with their beliefs later on and I didn't know about those beliefs? How was I supposed to know? I have, however, made it right. I've removed all my videos with that certain person who came out and had a different belief system than me, just to clear up any confusion or clear any light or anything that might have someone question my integrity. I've removed from the internet in that sense, to make things right. Just wanted to make that clear, because cancel culture is very real nowadays. And apparently you can't love somebody who has different beliefs than you. You must block and delete them at all costs. I don't know how that happened, but that's how we are here in today's society.
Listen to that again if you need to, because she just contradicted herself a couple times there. And she says it several times in her video, how Apparently, cancel culture is very real right now, as if that's a bad thing. Because if it's a bad thing, why are you complying to this bullshit, Kristina? And you're saying apparently, you can't have different beliefs than anyone that you love. As if that's a bad thing. As if you don't believe that. As if that's some bullshit. Because it is. It is some bullshit. And you should stand up and say that. But then you say, oh, you didn't know about his beliefs. And when you found out, you blocked and deleted them. And then you say blocking and deleting someone that has different beliefs than you is some bullshit. Without actually saying that, of course.
With and promoting one of the most notorious and despicable neo-Nazis on the tube. So today, when she has to answer questions about what her own views are, she is not answering those questions.
Because cancel culture is very real nowadays. And apparently you can't love somebody who has different beliefs than you. You must block and delete them at all costs. I don't know how that happened, but that's how we are here in today's society.
For no good reason.
So do you see now what it is him and the social justice movement are demanding of you, Kristina, and anyone like you that has bending the knee to this? If you're bending the knee to it, then you believe that you should be blocking and deleting someone at all costs if they have a different belief system than you. You should be standing up for that, right? That's what they want from you. Otherwise, stand up for what you believe in, or like Kristina says, she doesn't talk about anything political, anything controversial. She's one of these people that doesn't want to. Or so say that. Stand up for that. Tell them it's none of their damn business what it is you believe and what it is you think. Tell them that. Tell them you're a good person, you have good intentions. That's all they need to know.
History books are bunk. Look what Henry Ford did. He spent $5 million of the money, sacrificed his life, sacrificed a lot of money. He lost a lot of business by spending that $5 million over a 7-year period of time. You know what he did? He bought a newspaper, refused to take any advertising. He lost money on it. Now, Henry Ford was a rich man. He was the richest guy back then, industrialist. He was a good man, kind-hearted man. He was a vegetarian. He doubled his workers' wages overnight. Paid the guy who got the least more money than his competitors paid the most. Gave him a pension plan. He donated $12 million the first year on behalf of those. And when he found out the powers that be and who they were, what did he do? He bought this newspaper, hired the best reporters you can find, the best private investigators, the best journalists, sent them all around the world to dig up the truth. Put out weekly articles every so often. Finally put all those into 2 books, 500 pages each, 2-volume book. You need to look at Henry Ford. He was a good man. He understood what we're talking about here. I'm not even going to tell you it, because it's going to push a hot button for some of you clowns out there. We've got books that are so full of shit, you don't realize it's making you a slave. Could reach the tipping point, and all of a sudden all of us bumped up our biophotons. All of us became better, the best that we can be.
The feeling that we're one
society.
with everything. That's the most perfect way to describe it.
It really is, and that's really what's important.
It's enlightenment. It's waking people up, right? Bringing them into consciousness. So many people right now are just asleep.
This is an exciting time to live. I'm telling you, we can wake up the masses and take back the money supply so we can take back our educational systems and all that kind of stuff. We got to take back the money supply. We got to do away with usury. The people who rule the world want everyone to be under usury, underneath their spell.
As I was looking for a photo to wrap this up. This is just too hilarious not to include. But yeah, basically all I want to say is this social justice movement is just going to be nothing but a benefactor and helping pave the way for Agenda 2030 and, ripping all of our freedoms away. They're not only helping, and it's not just with censorship. I mean, it would be too much to get into here. But yeah, they are encouraging this. It's encouraged. It's part of our culture now. It cannot be denied. Look around you. Look at even the people that don't agree with a lot of this are bending a knee, like Kristina. That's why it's so important to stand up and to talk about what you really do believe. I just want to be clear about something. There's a huge difference in searching for the truth, whatever that may be, with good intentions, with a good heart. There's a big difference in that and in calling someone, for instance, a dirty, lazy as if having a certain ethnicity, race, religion, something like that alone makes someone dirty or nasty, or as if it's a negative thing in and of itself. I feel like I shouldn't even have to explain the difference, but apparently for those who are more focused on principles and just agreeing on everything, even how they approach these topics, how they discuss them, everything. They have to agree on everything. So those people don't care anyway. They're not trying to understand anything you want to explain to them. So, yeah. That's what's going to pave the way to, that's what's so funny about this. What Hitler did, or what we know of him to have done, they are setting up our society to become like that. And they don't even see it. They don't see it. So, I'll end it on that note. Y'all have a blessed day.